Hello Year 8, I hope you are all well and coping in these strange circumstances that we find ourselves in. Okay, so I'm going to introduce some new work for you, and this is what we would have been studying lesson if we were in school. However, we can do it at home. So we're going to be looking at a play called Stone Cold by Robert Swindells. And also our big question at the moment is about should we care about everyone in society, which relates to the play. It's very topical at the moment with looking out for each other under these circumstances that we find ourselves in. Okay, so who might these objects belong to? Have a look at them. What are they? Okay, so you might have thought about, might be a teenager, it might be a homeless person, might have thought about all sorts of different types of people that these might belong to. Okay, so actually the items link to our story and the situation that one of the main characters finds themselves in. So the synopsis of the play. This character called Link has left home due to his stepdad, Vince, not being very nice to him. He meets new people and begins life as a homeless person. He notices that his new friends seem to be going missing, so he starts to investigate. He meets a girl named Gail, who is actually an undercover journalist writing about life on the street. And obviously Link doesn't know that she's undercover. He just thinks she's a homeless person as well. There's another character called Shelter, who was once in the army but was discharged. Now he is going around killing homeless people, and Link follows him, is caught, kidnapped, and Gail follows and then calls the police, who then rescues Link. Even though Gail saves Link's life, Link feels a bit betrayed by her because she lied to him. Okay, so that's kind of the outline of the story. So, the first main character, Link, 16. His real name is David, but he calls himself Link on the streets. It also becomes quite a metaphoric name because he is the kind of link in the chain of events. He's bullied by his stepdad, Vince, but his mum always takes Vince's side. So poor Link doesn't have anybody to stand up for him. His sister has also moved out because she doesn't get on with Vince. And therefore he's left home and he spent the last 9 nights sleeping on the streets in his local area. He then decides to move to London. So Carol, his older sister, she doesn't get along with Vince because he's a bit sleazy. She then moves in with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend Mike likes Vince. They go out to the pub together, so they both don't like Link and gang up on him. We have Joan, who is Link's mum, and she was lonely before she met Vince, so perhaps she thinks this is as good as I'm going to get. And she waits on Vince hand and foot and gives him money to go out with. And Jo will defend Vince in everything and take his side in the argument. And then, of course, Vince is a bully. He's rude to everybody. He's lazy. He enjoys Joan waiting on him, and he lies to Joan repeatedly. So that's the main characters within the play so far. Okay, so after this presentation, if you go back into the clips and have a look, so it's on YouTube and there's episode 1 and part 1, 2 and 3. They're only about 10 minutes each. And that's the beginning of the storyline in which you'll meet all of those characters, and then you'll get a good idea of the play and the storyline. So after this, go back and find these 3 links to go to YouTube. I will also put these links on Show My Homework in the web links at the bottom, so you've got them in more than one place so you can find them easily. After you've done that, what I'd like you to do is, using the template on Show My Homework, or you can draw it freehand, I'd like you to do a roll on the wall for 2 of the characters that you've been introduced to. So you might do Link and Vince. Okay? So, a roll on the wall. What is it? So you have a picture of a person, and around the outside of the person you write down what other people think of them, the persona that they give off. So for example, if I was doing a roll on the wall for Link, I might write across around the outside that he's tough, people think he might be streetwise, he might be older than what he really is, and that's what other people think. Inside the person, you write down what the character thinks of themselves. So even though he might give off the persona that he is very streetwise, actually he might be very scared, he might be lonely. And here are a couple of examples. Now these don't relate to Stone Cold because I don't want you to obviously copy from them, but you can kind of get the idea. One is slightly more detailed than the other. So outside and around the outside, you write what other people think or see you as, and inside you write down what you think about yourself. So just to recap, task 1 is to watch episode 1, parts 1, 2 and 3, and the second one is to do a roll on the wall for 2 of the characters from the play. When you've done your roll on the wall, you can submit it to your class teacher, so either myself or Miss Beasley. Enjoy. We look forward to seeing what you come up with your characters, and stay safe.